Hey, everybody, we are live. It is good to see you. Welcome to the Don't Waste Your Quarantine afternoon show. We switched that up. That's first big announcement is this show is switched from the morning to the afternoon after school. Hopefully you guys all got your homework done. You were super studious. You have nothing to do for the rest of the day. And so you're coming to join us now. Hope you're having a great Monday. If your week is starting off terribly, it's okay. You have the rest of the week to go. However, if your week is starting off great, it's okay because, well, actually, don't get too excited because there's still the rest of the week to go. So anyways, good to see you guys. I'm going to look and see who we got on. We are live. Logan Schmidt, you didn't have school today. Okay, great. Well done. I'm here, obviously, with a special guest today, and I will talk about that. But before I do, just a few quick announcements for you guys. First of all, tomorrow is a day of prayer. A couple churches in our area are setting aside just to fast and pray. So my encouragement is to actually, for you guys also to lean into that. Like, it would be cool if in some of these things that we as a student ministry lead that. So what that means is just skip 1 to 2 meals. And then during those times, I know it sounds crazy, skip 1 to 2 meals. I was talking to my wife, and like, we'd have to skip 1 to 2 meals. And she's like, oh, 1 to 2 meals, but skip 1 to 2 meals. And then during that time, when you get hungry, instead of eating, try praying and just being intentional. I mean, we're really going through some crazy things. And so we need to be praying. I mean, even now more than ever. So that's one announcement. Another thing that our church is doing that I thought was really cool is we are encouraging people to share their story. So Easter is generally a time where people, even people who don't believe in Jesus, they'll come to church, right? Because Easter is when you come to church. Like this holiday is literally a holiday that's based around Christ. I know the Easter bunny and eggs and stuff like that's in it, but it's really a holiday that's based around Christ. And so what we're doing is we're encouraging people, since we can't all meet together and have a service, we're encouraging people to share their story in a different way. And what that looks like is filming yourself for a 1 to 2 minute video of how Jesus has changed your life, and then posting that on Facebook or Instagram or wherever. But when you post that, make sure you put the hashtag Jesus, how Jesus has changed my life. I think that's right. Let me make sure. I want to make sure you got the right hashtag. Hashtag, there it is. Jesus changed my life. And then make sure you include our church, because if you do just hashtag Jesus changed my life, you'll just be in this giant glob of people, but we won't know specifically. You won't be tied to our church. So put our church and even Remnant Student Ministry, if you can. Oh, someone said 11sies. Oh, Logan, well done. 11sies. What about 11sies? You have to skip 11sies too when you're fasting. So anyways, after that, let me think if I have any other announcements for you guys. Oh, well, this Wednesday, I'll talk about that a little bit, but we're going to continue with our YouTube Live. I'm just going to tell you guys a spoiler alert. I'll talk a little bit in the end, but spoiler alert for this coming Wednesday, somebody is going to be eating a habanero pepper. So you're going to want to see that. It's going to be a blast. I'm excited / scared. So without further ado, let me just introduce to you the special guest we have today. That is Benjamin Schoeppler. Benjamin is a senior. He's been in our, he's been at our church for probably since you were born, right, Benjamin?
No, I think 2011.
2011. Okay, so I mean, so you've got like half your life, right? That's not too bad.
Yep.
You've been in the student ministry probably since 6th grade.
Yep.
And Benjamin has like a ton of people in his family. If you don't know the Schoepplers, there's Aubrey and Jonathan in our student ministry, and then Nathaniel as well as the youth leader. So yeah, Benjamin is a senior this year. He is probably the only person who has actually challenged me to a fight, like a legit fight. So that's fun. Still thinks he can win, right, Benjamin?
Yeah, I can.
We haven't, you know what, Benjamin, we should do like a YouTube Live of our fight.
I'm okay with that.
I probably shouldn't say that on YouTube Live. I'm thinking of ways like that things that'll get you fired. YouTube Live our fight. I mean, especially if I lost too. Can you imagine? Just like the humiliation.
Yeah, that would be bad.
It'd be fun to read the chats though, like while we're live fighting. Does anybody have any bets on who would win? Mercy says she thinks you would win. We haven't fought yet, Cademan. We've talked about it, but we've never done it. So I'm trying to think. Anything else about you, Benjamin, that you've been sheltering at home for a couple of weeks now, like more than
yeah,
normal
yeah, a
people?
month. Yeah.
A month because you hurt your leg doing.
Yep, I hurt my foot kicking a punching bag. It's because I trained to fight,
Yeah,
but
hey,
I
I trained to
had
fight
surgery.
too.
I had surgery a month ago, so yeah, I've been lying at home, sitting in
Yeah,
bed.
so Benjamin was prepared. You were ready for this sheltering at
Mhm.
home. He's a pro. So
Yeah.
we're gonna jump into it today. We're gonna have a little fun, and then we'll talk some Bible, talk some life. So my encouragement to you is make sure you have your Bible. We're gonna go through that. I just want to see who we all got with us. Ooh, Michelle. She said that would be interesting. I think she's talking about fighting, and everybody thinks you could win.
All
And
right.
David Service says you look so wise with all the books behind you.
Yeah, I've read them all.
That is true. Yeah, yeah, sure you have. So we just have a little fun today. We want to start out, Benjamin and I, with a little extreme game of two truths and a lie. So here's how it's going to work. I got to make sure I have my timer ready. We each have picked two truths and one lie, but here's how it's going to work. We're each going to get a chance. We're gonna pick a number. We have our different truths and lies numbered, and so we're each I'll pick a number, and then Benjamin is gonna read that number, whatever one he has, and then I get 60 seconds to quiz him on his story and see if it's true. And for me, I'm trying to figure out if it's true or false. And then he gets to do the same to me, and they'll pick another story. And then after we've done two of them, we're going to try to figure out, were they two truths or was one of them a lie? Now, obviously, there's a third one, but we can't do that one because if we said that one as well, I think it would make it a little too easy. So my thing I would say for you guys is try to help us out, help me out, and not help Benjamin, but help me figure out if he's telling the truth or if he's telling a lie. So, Benjamin, you ready?
Yeah.
So you can pick a number 1 through 3.
2.
2, number 2. Okay, my number 2 says this. I'm just getting my phone ready, so I got my stopwatch. Okay, number 2. I once was pulled into the water by a fish when I was younger and almost drowned. Okay, so that's my story. Did you hear that?
Yep.
Okay, do you ready? I'm going to give you 60 seconds, and you can ask me stories about, or like questions about my story, okay?
Okay. So where was?
Trying to get to the bottom of it. So here you go. On your marks, set, go.
Okay. So where was this?
It was in Fort Peck, Montana. It's a really big lake.
Okay. And were you in a boat?
East it. No, I was fishing from shore.
Okay. And how old were you?
I was 4 or 5.
Okay. Okay.
You got 40 seconds.
Kind of,
oh,
yeah. What kind of a
to.
fish was it? Did you ever see it? Did you ever guess it?
I didn't guess it, but if I had to guess, there's a lot of northern pike and walleye in that lake.
Okay.
So that's usually the big fish my stepdad would catch there.
Okay. Okay. And I don't know.
You have 10 seconds. Anything else about my story?
Did you catch it?
Well, no, I didn't catch it. I mean, because I fell in and then my stepdad had to go in after me. And so we got the pole, but we never got
I was guessing that you didn't get it, but
okay. That is your minute. Okay, so don't guess yet. I want to see what the comments are saying. Probably true. Carlson family said that's interesting. I've never heard of a fish pulling a man down. And really they just pulled me over, but I'm giving you a little extra. Was it a deep lake? Yeah, it's a big lake. It's one of the bigger lakes in Montana. Maybe a little true. And then the Carlson says false. Michelle asked, how did it happen? Did you trip? No, it was just a really big fish, and I was like really on the edge, a little bit of a drop off. Anyways, okay, now I'm going to pick a number for you. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to pick lucky number 3.
Okay. I got a concussion being pulled on a sled behind an ATV.
Okay. Okay, concussion on a sled. An ATV. I wish we were here in person, then I could really like see, like the sweat beads and stuff. But
There wouldn't
here we
be
go. I've
any.
got 60 seconds to question you. How old were you?
Like 9 or 10. Probably 10.
9 or 10. Okay. Were you with friends?
No, it was Nathaniel. He was driving the ATV. My family was there.
Okay. And you got a concussion. Did you fall off the sled or did you hit something?
I hit a snowdrift that was like shaped like a jump. He kind of whipped me at it.
And so
And
you
so
just stuck right in it?
No, I kind of flew up. I went up over it because we'd used it before.
Okay.
He hit it going faster than we had. So
Michelle says, how many concussions have you had?
bigger ones, 5.
5. Okay, so
Smaller ones,
I need to understand this story. So you went over it and then you fell off the sled and landed? Is that?
I like flew off of the sled when we hit it and started to go up it. I think I like fell off the sled then. And then I just like face planted. So
I am out of time. I'm thinking, I'm not going to say it. I'm thinking true, but I'm not sure. I want to hear your next story because I was once being pulled on a combine hood, much like a sled, but a little more rednecky. And we went to go over a drift, but I actually just stuck right in it. It was like, so,
nice.
I don't know. I'm going to have to hear your next one and then I'll decide. People, I think you said you hit his head on the drift, but I can't ask you anything. Carter says true. What if it's false? Andy, that's not helpful. If it's false. Okay, I've got some help there. So now, what number do you want me to read now?
1.
1. Okay. My brother and I once hit a baseball into a bird's nest. Okay, you ready to quiz me on this one?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. How old were you guys?
I was middle school, probably 5th or 6th grade. I'm trying to think. I quit baseball before Babe Ruth, so before freshman year.
Okay. Was it in your backyard, front yard?
Backyard. It was behind our house. There was a fence, and it was back behind the fence. We lived on a farm, so I mean, our yard was huge.
Okay, yeah. And like, what kind of bird's nest? And did it squish everything, make it fall off?
There was nothing in there, but the baseball. So my brother hit it, and we went up in the tree, and I climbed up, and I looked in, and it was just sitting there. Probably a sparrow's nest would be my guess, but it was just sitting there in the nest.
Okay.
10 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. That's it. That's all I've got.
Well, I'll read you some comments to give you help, although I can selectively read you ones.
Yeah.
Bella Beanev says hi at Mercy Diaz. Hey, Bella. Bella's here. She said hi at Mercy Diaz, but I'm saying hi to Bella. That's awesome, Bella. So I need to just clear this up. I was thinking through Bulgarian time. Isn't it like 11 o'clock, Bella? You can comment on that. Bella says false. Everyone says false. So false, Cademan said. Cademan.
I don't know about that.
Everyone's saying false. Yep. Even someone just commented, everyone says false. That's how false people are saying. I have not seen one true. Someone said rude, and then Michelle said false bee's nest.
I mean, that would make more sense to hit, I guess. It's bigger.
So give you something to chew on there. So I'm going to pick one for you, and I'll pick number 1.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah, what's your 1?
I've been dragged behind a cow in gravel.
You've been dragged behind a cow in gravel?
On my chest.
On your chest, dragged behind a cow. Okay, here goes my time. Go. So you said you were dragged behind a cow. What type of cow?
Jersey.
These are the top results.
Oh, my phone's talking to me now. So Jersey cow, I don't really know what that is. So that doesn't help me out. That's from New York. I was gonna say, is that a Holstein of some sort? Milk cow? Okay.
No. They're smaller, but big enough to drag you.
I'm running. Oh, man, I gotta use my time better. So you were dragged behind the cow. What were you holding on to of the cow?
A lead rope that was attached to its halter.
You were riding the cow?
No, I was not riding. I was supposed to lead it to another pasture, and it started to run, and I've been told to not let go of the rope, so I didn't.
How old were you?
8-ish, give or take a year.
Why were you working with cattle? I have 5 seconds.
We owned it. We owned the cow. We used to have a couple.
Yeah, I know you guys. Dang it. Okay, that's my time. See what the people are saying. The people are saying, well, Carter says true. I'm seeing false, true. Not false, says Caleb. Oh, by the way, Bella did say it's 11 o'clock their time. Bella, you're a trooper. Not true. That doesn't help Ayla. It's Ayla Luderman. True, false. This one's really split. Okay, so guess time. Do you want to go first or should I go first? Or let's just each take a story at a time. So
Okay.
The first story I read was the fish one. Do you think that is true or false?
I'm going to go with true.
That was false.
Okay.
Point me. Okay, so your story, which was your first story?
The concussion.
Concussion. I'm gonna say true.
False.
Really? That story not
Yeah,
true
it was
at all?
No. I mean, I've done it. I've done that, but I've never gotten a concussion.
See, that's what I did too. I based it off of something real because I thought I've been fishing at Fort Peck a lot, so I used something I could pull from, which helped me out.
Your story sounds realistic, so.
Oh, we should have done both of them right because now we both know what the other one is.
Oh yeah. Oops.
What did you think? What did you think though? Be honest. What did you think of the bird's nest one?
I thought false.
So that one's true.
It didn't make sense.
Oh,
how did it stay there?
Both lose. You lose, David. You both. I think we're both winners. Yeah, my bird's nest one. I would have said true for your other one because I didn't even think through that. Because your cow story sounded very true to me. The bird's nest one is true. My brother hit it and I climbed up the tree and it was in the nest. I don't know how that happened, but it happened.
Yeah.
So
no, it doesn't sound realistic. So
it does not. I know. I try to pick one. I'm reading some of the comments. What was your third story? Just out of curiosity.
Third story was my sister fell off a horse and we had to call an ambulance, and I fell off a different horse and I almost impaled myself on a T-post.
Okay. Wow. That is a terrible story, and that was true then.
Yeah, that's true.
So just for everyone watching, Benjamin has been hurt in like every way you can be hurt, I feel like. My third story was this one. I did something illegal involving a firearm when I was a kid.
I would have gone with true.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty easy to do that.
I feel like I shouldn't be saying that on Abigail says, remember when I fell off a horse at middle school retreat? Abby took a tumble.
Oh, really? Nice.
Evan Meverden said it was literally the highlight. I was like, what's the best part about this trip? And he's like, that happened. He's like, Abby falling off a horse. I was like, what's the best thing that happened to you? And he said, Abby falling off a horse. So that was big. Yeah, I actually did something illegal when I was a kid, which we can't edit that out. I can edit it later, but I think it's fine because I shot this what was it, hawk or something?
Nice.
And you're not supposed to shoot
that is
them.
illegal.
It was standing on a post and I had a BB gun and my family just said, go shoot stuff. And so I was outside and I shot it and it like looked like the old Westerns, where the guy like doesn't fall right away and then all of a sudden falls. Yeah, I'm telling you. And so it fell. And then I ran inside and I was so excited. I was like 5 years old and I called my stepdad and I'm like, Dad, I shot a hawk. I did it. And he goes, yeah, that's illegal. And then I just started crying. But you know what? The hawk lived. So no harm, no foul. But
you hit it.
Yeah, I hit it. I mean, is it illegal to hit it if it doesn't die? I don't know. These are tough questions. So let's maybe get into some scriptures. That sound cool with you, Benjamin?
Yeah.
So everybody who's watching, if you guys can get your Bibles out, we're just going to walk through James 3, and then we're going to talk just some practical life stuff after. So Andy Waple said, you had a gun when you were 5? Oh yeah, I had a gun. Do you have a gun when you were 5, Benjamin?
I had a BB gun.
Yeah,
I
that's
wasn't
what
allowed
I
to get a
had
real
too.
gun though.
Yeah. Hey, BB guns are serious stuff. So we're going to read James 3. Benjamin's going to read the first part, and then I will read the second part. So ready when you are, Benjamin.
Okay. Not many of you should become teachers, my brothers, for you know that we who teach will be judged with greater strictness. For we all stumble in many ways, and if anyone does not stumble in what he says, he is a perfect man, able also to bridle his whole body. If we put bits into the mouths of horses so that they obey us, we guide their whole bodies as well. Look at the ships also, though they are so large and are driven by strong winds, they are guided by a very small rudder, wherever the will of the pilot directs. So also the tongue is a small member. It boasts of great things. How great a forest is set ablaze by such a small fire. And the tongue is a fire, a world of unrighteousness. The tongue is set among our members, staining the whole body, setting on fire the entire course of life, and set on fire by hell. For every kind of beast and bird and reptile and sea creature can be tamed and have been tamed by mankind. But no human being can is a rest evil full of deadly poison. With it we bless our Lord and Father, and with it we curse people who are made in the likeness of God. From the same mouth come blessings and cursings, my brothers. These things ought not to be so. Does a spring pour forth from the same opening both fresh and salt water? Can a fig tree, my brothers, bear olives, or a grapevine produce figs? Neither can a salt pond yield fresh water.
Who is wise and understanding among you? By his good conduct, let him show his works in meekness, in the meekness of wisdom. But if you have bitter jealousy and selfish ambition in your hearts, do not boast and be false to the truth. This is not the wisdom that comes from above, but is earthly, unspiritual, demonic. For where jealousy and selfish ambition exist, there will be disorder in every vile practice. But the wisdom from above is first pure, and then peaceable, gentle, open to reason, full of mercy and good fruits, impartial and sincere. And a harvest of righteousness is sown in peace by those who make peace. So that's the passage. It's kind of a hard hitter. Any thoughts? Anything stick out to you, Benjamin? You wanted to highlight?
Yeah, just really, it does relate to us where we are at today with being stuck at home. There's a lot that you can see from it, learn from it, where we have to be careful with what we can say, with our attitudes.
Yeah, and I think we can just jump off. We can almost just talk the practical life thought too now, because it really ties into this as well, right? I mean, because it talks right away. I think, like you said, like just how we speak is so important in James 3. I love the verse in verse 5. It says, so also, and it's comparing it to like the rudder of a ship. It says they are guarded by a very small rudder wherever the will of the pilot directs. So also the tongue is a small member, yet it boasts of great things. I'm just thinking how a tiny thing can do a lot of good or a lot of damage. And so you and I were talking, Benjamin, and you said really something that you've been working through and thinking through during this quarantine time is just using the time well, right?
Trying to, at least.
Yeah, which is even doubly harder for someone like you, who's also not only are you stuck at home, but you're literally like stuck. I mean, probably in bed and not moving most of the time, right?
Yeah, most, like 90%.
So what are some thoughts that you've had on kind of what does it look like to really live by this James 3, just like practically life-wise?
Watching what you say, and that's both to people, to family, to God. Staying positive, trying to.
Is that difficult? With such a big family like you guys have. I mean, with everybody inside and stuff. Do you find it more? I don't know. Just to be so careful about what you say. Do you find that is difficult, or what do you do? How do you keep from saying things that?
Yeah, not really. We are homeschooled, so this isn't, that different from normal life. But yeah, we're enjoying this as much as we can. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome, and that's cool that you said you've almost had time to really just work on, like really homeschooling has provided you an opportunity with how to engage with your family in a way that's encouraging and that builds up, which is really cool. You don't find it super, like, you don't find there's a lot of conflict in your house, just between siblings, stuff like that?
Not really.
Any thoughts why that is? Like, that's just really cool. But
we live with each other. So I don't
yeah,
know.
Yeah, you're probably interact a lot.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that we're stuck at home when we're able to go out, out in public, but we have grown up together, spent a ton of time together, and that helps.
And that's cool that you say that, because really we're all being forced to spend time together.
Yeah.
It sounds terrible to say that.
Yeah, and I'm not shaming anybody that goes to school.
Yeah.
By saying that, but we aren't dealing with that. So.
Yeah, it's not that one's right or wrong. I mean, but really the idea of because you could go to public school and still really be very engaged with your family. But something for you has just been, it sounds like you guys like just really living together, like not just living, in proximity to people, but actually doing life together. How do you, how about, you mentioned staying motivated. How do you stay motivated and positive during this time?
Trying not to waste time, trying to learn new things, do new things. That's one thing that I want to do once I'm able to walk again. Use the time to try to learn stuff. Spend more time reading the Bible, spend more time praying. You have a lot of options.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but just trying to stay happy, and again, prayer, that's really going to help.
That, I love that you say that. I literally just went through that. I didn't tell you this, but I literally just this morning, I woke up and so yesterday, I don't know what happened, but I felt way out of it and I wasn't feeling good. And so I turned to TV and like really just not using my time well, like I wasn't necessarily doing bad things, but I wasn't doing good things. And I think that's when we think about, even in James 3, how do you use your tongue? It's not just not saying bad things. It's learning how to say good things. Like everything has to be intentional. And I didn't do that. And I literally this morning I woke up and I was thinking through it and I was, wrestling, and I realized like I'm really craving for time with the Lord. Like I realized like I was like literally craving for it. And so because I haven't spent, like I've been, in the Word fairly frequently, but I hadn't been praying, and we, like you just said, we have so much time to pray, like compared to what we usually have. Our lives are so slowed down. So yeah, any other thoughts you have, any other practical life things you want to share or highlight?
Yeah, not major, just especially my one thing is just especially trying to use the time and enjoy the time, not not be angry about it. Just try to enjoy it. I think we're going to miss a lot of this when we go back to normal. You're going to miss certain elements of it, not necessarily not being able to do anything outside of your house.
Yeah.
But just the low key, stay at home, spending time with family. I think we're going to miss it. So try to take advantage of it.
I haven't heard anyone say that. And I like that you said that. Now, obviously we're not saying, like there's some really hard things and people are going through hard things, like from coronavirus, people losing jobs. We're not saying people are going to miss that, but saying that there is a sense in which things have slowed down, and we have like like literally, and it's like, it's not even just in our country, like the whole world has slowed down, and we have an opportunity to, to enjoy a slower pace of life. I think we're often too busy, and as I read, like this is something I wanted to highlight is James 3. I think this goes along 16 and 17. It says, it talks about, well, in verse 14, it says, if you have bitter jealousy and selfish ambition in your hearts, do not boast and be false to the truth. This is not wisdom that comes from above, but is earthly, unspiritual, demonic. I like that James highlights selfish ambition in jealousy, and talking about that's where discord happens, in people, is this pride, this thinking only about me. Ambition is not bad, but that selfish ambition, that's all about getting ahead. And I feel like our country is like, the American way is almost just always about trying to get ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And always striving. And right now we literally can't do that. And so we have this time just to, and I think, like I said, that I think we're going to miss some of this. And so, not being angry about it, but actually being thankful for what we do have. That's super good. Anything else before I think we'll probably wrap it up. Anything else?
Yeah, not really.
Those are great thoughts. Thank you, Benjamin. Let me see. Anybody else on the comments? You guys have anything else you want to, any questions? I should mention this too. So I want to see all you guys Wednesday night. Here's my encouragement for this Wednesday. First of all, you can keep sending videos of stuff you're getting to do, kind of as we think through Don't Waste Your Quarantine, stuff that you're thankful for, that you get to do, that you wouldn't have been able to do. Keep sending videos of those. I'll try to play some of those every week. Mercy Diaz says, good talk, Benjamin. So, and Cayman says, amen. But one thing Benjamin and I were talking about this, because you must have read the email. But my challenge to you guys is this. This Wednesday, so we're gonna meet, do what we've been doing. However, I want to encourage you to use this time not only to reach out to each other, but to reach out to people who don't know Jesus. And especially this week, it's Easter week. This Wednesday, we're going to talk about that really in depth. My encouragement is to invite people. And so just as a fun way, I know this is like the surface level of discipleship. Like, I hope you're doing a lot more than just this, but my encouragement is for you to invite people to subscribe to our Remnant Student Ministry channel. And if we can get over 100 subscribers, that word sounded weird, but that's the right word, subscribers. I said I will shave my beard. So the challenge has been set, I don't know what you would say, Benjamin. The challenge has been leveled, issued. I don't know what the right word is, but there is a challenge. So if you can get people to subscribe, the reason I didn't say views is views isn't as, it doesn't allow people to engage as much. But subscribing, then people will see every time we go live. And hopefully this Wednesday, we're going to present the gospel message. This is just a really easy first step in inviting somebody who doesn't know Jesus. And so just to give you a little extra encouragement, I will shave my beard if we reach 100 subscribers by this Wednesday. So anyways, that's my challenge to you guys. Be there or be square. I think that's it. Anything else, Benjamin, before we leave?
Nope, not really.
Let me see if we have any. I just want to make sure I got all the comments. Okay, it looks like I think we're good to go. Some people said they will miss having this show. Northern Camper said 120. I wonder if they mean we should get to 120.
I think the email said 120 subscribers.
Oh, I did? Okay, yeah, I'm changing that to 120. Let's change that. I want to make sure I'm on air. 120, that's right, because I want to double what we have. Because we have like 60 some, so 40, anybody can do that. But if everybody invites one person, 120. Good catch, Benjamin, and good catch, Northern Camper. 120. Thank you for raising the bar. Okay, well, everybody, it's been a great Don't Waste Your Quarantine afternoon show. We will see you back here next week. We will see you later. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.